Hey guys and girls, Tom Panos again. I thought I'd just give it one more crack because I just looked at the, points I was going to cover, and I just thought that they were really, useful things that people should take on to their week this week, I don't know what I'm coming through like at the moment, but I'm just going to wait for this audience to build up. So let's just give it a few moments. By the way, guys and girls, what I might do is just actually show you very briefly, roughly, I'm on the balcony of my room, and what I'll do is I'll just quickly turn around here and just show you, there's the view from the room. If you actually have a look there, what a beautiful part. And if you look up there, up on the mountain, there's these beautiful houses there. So this is where we're coming from there, and I hope you can see me clearly. It's just an absolute gorgeous part of Greece. It's at a place called Pylos, P-Y-L-O-S, and this is pretty much my last stop before I head off to my spiritual retreat in Mount Athos, where I'm going to be in total isolation, totally disconnected from the world, and pretty much going back thousands of years. So hi to everyone, and I want to apologize on the bad reception. Guys and girls, if you haven't done it already, I'd love you to share the video. So let's just move around here and have a look there. That's there, and there we're back into my hotel room here. So gang, I'm not going to move too far away because of the bad reception. Firstly, I'm going to let you know that I think that it's so important, guys and girls, that you never swap, income for health. It's something that I did do in my life previously, where I'd be putting in 95 hours a week. I still put in, close to 75 hours a week. But I've learned that the highest form of wealth is health, and I'm hoping that you realize that there are about 3 or 4 things that you've got to be non-negotiables. They're absolutely musts, and they are, of course, sleep. They are, of course, about eating clean food. They are, of course, about making sure that you're able to disconnect from a world that has your mind that's basically going like a television channel that has got bad reception, and that you need to absolutely go in and have pit stops. I want you to picture your life as being a bit like, Wimbledon, US Open, Australian Open, French Open, where you play big for various parts of the year, but other times what you do is that you refuel your body, because what you've got to do is make sure that just like your car is being serviced, that you serviced your body. But the time that I've been actually, it's been about 6 days now. I finished my business commitments in the UK and London, and the time that I've been sitting here, reflecting, I wanted to let you know that for me, one of the things that I've learned, and please guys and girls, if you haven't pressed that share button, press that share button now. One of the things that I've learned is this, that in life, it's not about being perfect. It's about being less wrong than what you were yesterday. And there's so many things in my life where I look back that, I had these beliefs and I actually believed it. And then as time went by, I realized, hey, that's not actually quite correct. And I'm pretty sure that, in 5 or 10 years' time, when I'm sitting down and thinking about things, I'm going to say the things that I thought in 2017 were actually wrong. So let me just say that, remember this concept: you'll never get perfection, but you'll get less wrong every day. And that is what growth is about, because if you are perfect, you're actually not open to new learnings. So one of the things I want to share with you is some of the things that I've been wrong about. Let me go through them. I was wrong 100%. Like in 1985 when I did my HSC, I was absolutely wrong, thinking that myself, that if I didn't get into the course that I wanted to get into, if I didn't get a good high school certificate, that I'd be fucked for life, that was the key determinant on success in my life. And I look back now and I realize that that has so little to do with success in your life. That in fact that you'll be doing a number of things in your life, and that you'll probably end up having, 10, 15 careers, and that it's actually not such a big deal. You know, I remember clearly thinking to myself when I got dumped by my first girlfriend that I would actually never meet anyone ever again that I would actually feel that way. You know, looking back now, I think to myself that, you know, some of the relationships, you run past these people, you see them at a shopping centre, and you actually feel very little towards these people. But at the time, you actually have this belief in yourself that it's everything. Guys and girls, if you haven't pressed that share button, press it now, please. And then, you know, other things that I think about, you know, the fact that, you know, another belief that I had was that you actually had to have a lot of contacts in your life to actually get ahead. You know, I actually know that that is far from the truth. Now, the truth is with social media, technology, with having the hustle in you, that you actually create networks of people and that you can actually do things consistently to grow your network. So the list goes on the things that I think that, you know, you have beliefs of. So one of the things I want you to clearly understand is that there are certain beliefs, even in this country that I'm here, like I'm in Greece, and I can't help it, but there's just this mindset of people that things are absolutely fucked and that the economy's shit and the government is, you know, screwing us. And don't get me wrong, I understand that it's going through a really difficult time, but I also know that in this same country that people are sitting down and saying, you know, things are shit. I'm meeting a few people that are saying that this is the greatest time that they've had in their life because they're seeing opportunities that they've never had. I'll give you an example. A waiter that I had at a restaurant in Athens, got talking to him. He just gave me incredible service. And at the end of it all, this is what he basically said. He said, "Have you been really happy with everything I've done for you today?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "It's been a pleasure serving you." And he said it in Greek. And I've got to tell you, I gave the guy, you know, a tip of around 10 bucks euro, which is, I don't know, 15 bucks Aussie. And I said to him at the end of it, I said, "Mate, how do you do? Like, do you do well here?" He said, "I do fantastic here." He goes, "I'm absolutely blessed. You know, I work at a great restaurant and I love the work that I'm doing and customers seem to love the work that I'm doing." And he goes, "You know, between my salary and tips," he goes, "things are absolutely fantastic." So I want to say that I'd love you to understand that, you know, it's become so cool in the world to have what I call, you know, a victim mentality. It's become really cool and chic to have victim mindset, where you actually turn around and you actually, you know, blame circumstances outside of you as the cause for the position that you're in. I mean, we see that all the time in, you know, minority groups. We see it here in this country. We actually see it, you know, I read articles about people, you know, minority groups saying that, you know, we're never going to buy a house. You know, the truth, because of, you know, Sydney prices, the truth is you probably won't be buying your first home in this dream spot that you want to be in, but you'll probably buy a home in an area that you don't want to be in, but that'll be your first home. And you'll have to remember that every winner was a beginner. And you'll have to remember that you're not going to compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 10. And you'll have to remember that what you want and what you'll get at the start may not be the same thing. But what I'm going to say to you is that you've got to understand that the minute you're able to move away from victim mindset, where you go off and you blame externally all the situations of the causes of the things that put you there, is the minute that you are liberated, that you know that you can take a course of action that can change the direction of your life. Remember this, if it's got to be, it's up to me. You know, your competition is not the government. Your competition is not other people in business against you. Your competition is, in fact, the person that looks at yourself in the mirror each day. It is the most liberating thing you can do. And guys and girls, I want to tell you that I want you to clearly understand that you probably, like I do, have certain beliefs that are not accurate, that are, I mean, you know, let me actually make a note of, I'm going to make a note of some of the ones that I've gone through. Let me just go through some of the ones that I had, guys and girls. I had First one is, how about this one? The first one was when I got diagnosed in '06. I thought that cancer was a death sentence. It was simple as that. You get cancer, you die. I mean, the truth is, it's now, you know, a long time past 2006. It's 2017. And, you know, I'm still alive and I'm totally, you know, cancer-free and I'm remission. So there goes this mindset that if you get cancer, you know, it's a death sentence. Or the second one is, oh, if you get a relapse, then you're gone. Well, I got one of those as well, and that was only like, you know, late last year, and again, I'm clear. So that is a mindset to begin to understand that don't never believe things that you think of when you're scared, when you're lonely, or you're depressed, because they're normally inaccurate. And one of the things that I want you to get out of this video as I'm talking to you is that 100%, you are probably better than what you think you are. Remember that. And I want you to drill that into your head, because I just don't like people selling themselves short. Other things that, you know, that I had belief mindsets that I realize now as time goes by I was wrong is that being overweight. I actually thought, you know, the truth of the matter is that I'm predisposed to actually being overweight, that it's actually not my fault, that it's my genes, that I'm heavy boned, that it's my metabolism. The truth of the matter is that that is the case very rarely in people that are overweight. Only a very, very, very small minority is got to do with anything but the fact that calories in, calories out. And what you eat and what you put into your mouth and how much you exercise has got the biggest bearing in your health. So you turn around, and the other one was when I got fired from my first job. I thought to myself, that's it, I'm fucked. I've blown my big opportunity. So there's all these things that when they happen, you actually think to yourself, this is what it means. But as time goes by, you realize that your whole life, all you're doing is going by realizing that you're less wrong each day. And the truth is that that's going to continue going on. You see, as human beings, we've got this incredible ability to totally overestimate the change that we can achieve in 30 days and the change that we can, you know, really get done in a year. We just overestimate. We think that we can get shit done in 30 days. But the truth is that it's hard to actually get change done in 30 days, but we totally underestimate the change that we're going to get in a year. So I want you to start thinking about this concept of playing this long game. Guys and girls, some of the other things that I've got notes over here is that my final predictions. You know, I just think to myself that, you know, in 30 or 40 years' time, I actually think we're going to look back and say to ourselves, you know, how fucking stupid were we? Here are some of the things that are going to think we're going to be laughing back. People are going to laugh back and say, that generation believed in that? So let me go through some of them. I think that we're going to laugh. We're going to absolutely laugh at the fact that we glorified people such as, you know, the Kardashians, that we're going to think, did people actually give these people attention and energy? I think we're going to actually move the concept of who real heroes are. We're going to move away from heroes as being, you know, people that are, you know, drug-fucked musicians and people in the entertainment business. And we're going to look back and we're going to think, actually, people adored those sorts of morons. And we're going to start actually looking at people that made an impact in life, that created legacies, that changed the world as being, you know, the true heroes. I think we're going to also laugh at the fact that, you know, people lived their life. People are going to look back in 30, 40 years and they're going to say, did people actually drive to work for 2 hours, work in a pinstripe prison, sit in front of a computer, be totally comatized, go home, sit in front of a TV to escape and enter another coma, do that for 5 days, and then have a total escape by taking substances such as alcohol and drugs to keep them comatized for Saturday, Sunday, and to repeat this cycle so they're able to earn money, and with that money what they would be able to do is to buy things that they didn't need to impress people they didn't give a fuck about, and that people did this for a long period of time. I think that's what people are going to laugh about in the years to come. So guys and girls, I want to just, you know, finish on that note, and I just want to thank you, and I want to, you know, forgive for actually having this technology issue to cause, you know, a bit of a fuck up for you over the last hour. You know, my final words to you is do an audit on the beliefs that you've got right now that might actually be lies that you have repeated to yourself so many times that they have become your reality, and they have in fact become the prison that you live in. It might not be actually a physical prison like Long Bay Jail, but it is in fact a psychological prison. Guys and girls, I look forward to seeing you again, and remember, if you're not happy with where you are, move. You are not a tree. And remember this, the world owes you nothing. It was here first. Thank you so much. God bless.